Yo, 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 welcome back to the Ain't I Crazy channel. I hope you're having a great day. We got some brand new clips for you, man. Some disgusting things, some weird, strange things. To all my new subscribers, man, I do appreciate it. To everyone who's just catching this video, if you like this type of content, please hit a like, please subscribe. I do appreciate it. But anyways, let's get to these videos, man. Here we go.
Information on that, the FBI has been following for 3 days. Here on 7 Action News, is a Detroit business buying and selling human body parts illegally? And what was inside the business? It may shock you. 7 Action News investigator Jim Kurtzner is live with the very latest tonight. And Jim, is this part of that investigation? Is that winding down at all yet?
It is indeed, Jeff. Take a live look behind me. This is what's left of the FBI evidence recovery team inside this car, and take a look at this vehicle. We believe this is the owner of the business just returning to take back possession of his business. More on that in a second, but take a look. Another busy day out here on Detroit's east side, just down the road from City Airport. Sources say they have removed several boxes of what is believed to be human remains. Sources say many people. This was a big operation. And get this, inside this business, a saw used to cut up bodies, it is believed. All taken away as evidence to the Wayne County Medical Examiner's office, where it will be tested. This business is known as International Biological. It advertised as a medical educational service provider. The owner is Art Rathburn. He has a mortician license, has had in Michigan since 1982. But the big question is, did he get human bodies illegally? And was he selling them illegally? Just moments ago, the owner, we believe, showed up. I tried to ask him some questions. Mr. Rathburn, will you talk with us? What do you have to hide, sir?
Yeah, what does he have to hide running in there like that?
Now, sources tell me the FBI is not out here on a fishing expedition. Mr. Rathburn is not charged with any crime. He is not in custody. They did search his house in Grosse Pointe Park on Wednesday as well. How could he get bodies that are not donated to science? This is shocking to the funeral home industry in Metro Detroit. We're going to have more on that part of this story next hour at 6. Jeff, Carolyn?
Yo, he had the secret ingredient like it was a Krabby Patty or something. He must have had the best burgers in the whole town.
McDonald's hamburger sits in stomach acid for hours. Watch what happens.
Here we go. Good old McDonald's cheeseburger. Still warm. Just tempted to eat it. Okay, so we're going to leave our burger to digest for a while in the acid. Come back later and see what's happened.
Unlike most of the chemicals I talk about, I can be absolutely sure that every person watching has a sample of hydrochloric acid with them as they watch. Because hydrochloric acid is found in everybody's stomach, and it's part of our digestive process. So, as you're watching me, churning away in your stomach is hydrochloric acid, which is one of the first stages in which food is broken down into usable components to give you energy or make you fat.
It's 3.5 hours. So we're going to see what happens to a tasty McDonald's cheeseburger after 3.5 hours in concentrated hydrochloric acid. Okay. Ooh.
Oh my God.
I think it's absolutely disgusting. So, I mean, the fats aren't really going to dissolve very well because in your stomach there's lots of bile acids and thing in your actual body to do digestion. This is just pure.
How McDonald's chicken is made.
That was disgusting. Looks like he's making straight plastic. Yo, ain't no way we supposed to be eating that stuff, man. That stuff look like plastic. Or look like a carpet or something. It's disgusting.
So the University of Nebraska took 1/4 pound patty that was headed to McDonald's from a big processing plant and ran some tests on it. They were testing for how many different strains of DNA they could find in that 1/4 pound. Can you guess how many they found? Over 1,300 different strains of DNA were found in that 1/4 pound patty. Now this is very concerning. Over at the shop, we process one animal, take all the whole muscle trim from that one animal, and make our ground beef. So you got over 1,300 different animals in 1/4 pound, or one animal in all those chubs of ground beef that we sell. Something you guys might want to consider next time you guys are buying beef. And remember, guys, buy American and buy local.
That seemed like a commercial because he's only slaughtering one cow. McDonald's is slaughtering millions of cows a day. Maybe not millions, maybe thousands. I don't know. A lot of cows.
Right, and when I found out that McDonald's have a contract with over 10,000 hospitals across the world,
why not?
I'm trying to figure out, how does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense.
How does that make sense, bro?
When did you ever go into a hospital to recover from anything and feel like you were better in any way in this sterile environment with these laminate floors, with these walls that look like you're actually about to be processed for a custodial sentence? Where did you ever feel?
That's why I call a hospital a house of hospitality.
Yeah.
That's what I call it, the house of hospitality. I'll make you comfortable until you die. Don't worry. I'll make you comfortable. Electric this,
There's nothing
electric
to worry
that.
about when you're dying, right?
You get what I'm saying?
When I said,
I mean, they do that, but they do help people that have emergencies also, like car accidents and things like that. You feel better when you come out of the hospital then.
McDevils, everybody was like, ha, ha, ha. I said Taco Hell, ha, ha, ha. White Casket instead of White Castle, ha, ha, ha. So I went and looked up Popeye's chicken sandwich. Come to find out, they have over 40 ingredients in the Popeye's chicken sandwich. 32 of them were man-made chemicals. And I said, well, let's see what Chick-fil-A has. Well, black people got an emotional attachment to this Chick-fil-A spot. So when I said Chick-fil-A, over 50 chemicals in the chicken sandwich, over 40 of them were man-made chemicals. I said, so hell, this is a dope sandwich. So they really are flipping birds over there. Inside of beef, there were 21 drugs pumped into cows that were harmful to the human body. This was in the 60s. Because these drugs are in the meat, that you become addicted to it. I even was told that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And they were trying to get you to buy the cereal that they was producing. We find ourselves suffering from illness and sickness unnecessarily. The oldest man in the scripture is named Methuselah, 969. How'd you live to be almost 1,000? He ate one meal, fasted 3 days, and then ate another meal. You eat like that, your body will never have enough toxins to even make you sick. I end up becoming a vegetarian that I feel now at the age of 48 better than I felt at the age of 15. They don't want you to know that they're drugging you, wanting the food not for nutritional value, but because you become addicted. Any foreign substance automatically activates the immune system, which means our bodies, when we eat this kind of food,
they're fighting an unnecessary battle. So when the real battles of disease show up, the systems are too worn out by fighting these small battles every day from bad eating that they can't handle a virus when it shows up.
Those chicken sandwiches, they are addicting because them things are delicious. Be careful.
Okay, so here's my sink. It is a touch sensor thing. And here's some strawberries. Nothing happens when I touch the box, but when I touch a strawberry, just the strawberries.
She's not showing the whole faucet. I might could believe her, but I don't see the whole faucet. Someone could be pushing this.
I think I just discovered a glitch in the Matrix. Found this little corkscrew nose ring on my floor and I went, oh shit, did mine fall out? And I didn't realize it. No, it is still there. It's been, there for a while. Then, had the thought, I haven't had any fall out since I moved into this new house. So where the hell did this come from? So I was like, maybe it fell out of my case at some point when I was unpacking boxes. So, I make my way into the bathroom. And I pull out my little plastic container here with all my nose rings in it, and I start counting. I work on it. I get these all separated out into their little designated areas. The only corkscrew one not accounted for is the one that is in my freaking nose, which is my custom one. And by custom, I mean like I went to a piercer.
Where is it?
Seen his arm. It did come out of there.
This car that's reflecting on this Boston Pizza window. It's a Corvette C8. I seriously don't see that car anywhere. Where's that car? What? Where's that car? Hello, where's that car?
I don't know. What y'all thinking? It looks like there's no Corvette there. I don't see any other Corvette in the parking lot. As a matter of fact, I don't even see an orange car. What y'all think, man? Leave a comment, man. Let me know. That was weird. Yo, if they rehearsed that, they did a good job because that looked pretty on time. That looked on time.
Será que a gente aí? Será que a gente isso? É nada. Não é de jeito nenhum a gente sair, ó.
A werewolf with a purse?
Minha nossa senhora.
I understand. I'm going to need you to step out so we can check the residence.
You'd think better than to do that to me, wouldn't you?
Another example of something that
never mind
can seem to break reality and give you a headache at the same time. CCTV cameras in this building caught this man going up the stairs, yet still what happens next is a pure glitch in the matrix. He accidentally walked below the tiles on the floor. This is impossible, but we saw it happen for ourselves and was caught on camera. The man in the video also realized for himself what just happened. He walks backwards and tries it again. Did he just break all the rules of science right before our eyes?
Either those are some good camera tricks or you broke the matrix, man.
Biskwit? Oh, dagang pa biskwit. Oh, dagang biskwit niya. Pag-iurot naman niyo yung tubig. Minsan man mag-get pa si mami tubig. Sige, get sa si mami tubig ha.
Man, I just seen that movie Smile the other day, and Smile 2. That's what it reminded me of. You ain't seen it, go check it out. It's crazy.
The weapon is named the non-discernible microbionoculator in a CIA memo, but it is more commonly known as the heart attack gun. This is how it works. The gun itself is practically a normal .45 with a round sight attached on top, but inside it's quite unique. It works by electricity. Here in the handle of the gun is a small battery that powers everything. The gun fires a small dart. You put the dart in here. When the trigger is pulled, it shoots out almost silently and reaches its target over a surprisingly long distance.
What range does it have? 100 meters, I believe, about.
These darts are a key part of the weapon. They come in different sizes. One of them is so thin that the target doesn't even realize they've been hit.
A special one was developed which potentially would be able to enter the target without perception.
The darts are coated with the shellfish poison, which gives the target an apparent heart attack. In a later iteration, the CIA found a way to freeze the deadly poison into a tiny pellet, so they could fire it directly.
So when it reached the person, it would melt inside them, and the only thing would be like one little tiny red dot on their body, which was hard to detect. There wouldn't be a needle left or anything like that in the person.
But also the toxin itself would not appear in the autopsy?
Yes, so that there was no way of perceiving that the target was him.
Celebrity.
Yo, that is crazy. But just think about what they got now.
Worst habits that are known to the public. Johnny Depp usually doesn't smell good. Charlize Theron. She is fine without showering for a week. Miley Cyrus. She lives in a house full of dog poop and old pizza.
She looks like it too.
Kesha. She stinks of prawns. Megan Fox. She never flushes the toilet. Justin Bieber. He recklessly drives and speeds.
When they are delivered,
it must all be true because what they said about Justin is true.
At scale, it's going to have an impact on the world at a scale that no one understands yet. In the next year, you're going to see very large context windows, agents, and text to action. The gap between the frontier models appears to me to be getting larger. I'm talking to the big companies, and the big companies are telling me that they need 10 billion, 20 billion, 50 billion, 100 billion.
Stargate is 100 billion, right?
They're very, very hard. Sam Altman is a close friend. He believes that it's going to take about 300 billion, maybe more. I pointed out to him that I'd done the calculation on the amount of energy required.
So these $100 billion, $300 billion data centers, electricity starts becoming the scarce resource.
OpenAI whistleblower Suchir Balaji found passed away in apartment. This is what we know. So Balaji, a 26-year-old former OpenAI researcher turned whistleblower, was found passed away in San Francisco on November 26 due to a suspected unaliving of himself. The San Francisco Police Department said they found Balaji passed away in his apartment on Buchanan Street after being called to a property for a well-being check at around 1 p.m. on November 26. So the past few years have seen dramatic improvements in the capabilities of AI-powered chatbots. However, the process has also been controversial, with some publishers accusing OpenAI of using copyrighted works without permission. And there's a number of legal cases that are ongoing. So the San Francisco Medical Examiner's Office said that Balaji's cause of passing was an unaliving of himself, and that there currently is no evidence of foul play. But let's get to what he was whistleblowing about. So on October 23rd, he posted this on X. I was at OpenAI for nearly 4 years and worked on ChatGPT for the last 1.5 of them. I initially didn't know much about the copyright, fair use, etc., but became curious after seeing all the lawsuits filed against Gen AI companies. He went on to say, when I tried to understand the issue better, I eventually came to the conclusion that fair use seems like a pretty implausible defense for a lot of generative AI products, for the basic reason that they can create substitutes that compete with the data they're trained on. He even did an interview with the New York Times. Writing on his website, Balaji said he didn't believe the fair use copyright defense was applicable to what OpenAI was doing with ChatGPT, though he noted that similar arguments could be made for many generative AI products in a wide variety of domains. So this is interesting. OpenAI was founded in 2015 by a group of tech enthusiasts, including Sam Altman and Elon Musk, who became its co-chairs. But Musk left the company in 2018 after a disagreement about its strategy, and in February 2024 filed a lawsuit against OpenAI and Altman. Got a lot going on at OpenAI, and now the whistleblower just unalived himself? This is article.
Yeah, you don't mess with them billionaires, man. They will kill you. You start losing them some money, man, they don't even care. They will kill you.
Law that they created that said that anything other than grass could not be in your front yard. It's called the Beautification Act of America. Because people had whole farms. You wanted a lot of land, not to cut that sucker with a lawnmower, to grow stuff, to take care of your stuff. But no, we need you to go to the grocery store now. And keep in mind, the grocery store doesn't have anything growing. And in your mind, you keep saying it's a grocery store and there's nothing growing. You go to the pharmacy and there's no farm. But you know, your mind has been programmed by lack, limitation, and not enoughness in a slave mindset. You're not able to put it all together here. There's nothing in here healthy. So the bottom line is we were taught to limit ourselves from our natural healing. We were taught to be afraid of getting into our natural self because that's paganism. Herbalism is paganism. You got crystals and you got stones and things, and you into these numbers. That's pagan. You got to go to the church to get your healing, and you got to wait till you die to go to heaven. But the book, I'm reading the book, it don't say that. Where is this in the book at? I thought it said something about creating heaven on earth. I thought it said something about you can do more than I. Once you realize that you've got to reach this divine state inside you, and once you reach that, they call it in Sanskrit the siddhi. You have to reach this divine state, right? Where you are existing, right? By creating your outcome in your mind first. First in your mind, then feel it like it's already happened. Feel like you are creating heaven on earth. Feel your body healing. Feel your organs regenerating. I've had people who have healed just from thought. I said, just focus on your leg, your knee, being better.
Your mind is a powerful tool. You got to use it.
Happens when you die. When you die, you have choices. You don't know this, but you have choices. When you leave your physical body, it is very typical for you to see yourself standing next to your body with either your loved ones or EMTs or whatever the circumstances are. And you see yourself, and then you'll hear a voice, you'll see the tunnel of light, and the voice will be calling you, or you will hear the voice telepathically telling you to come on, come. Now, as you stand there and you're looking at the tunnel of light, you have a choice. You can go up to this tunnel of light, or you'll be with other loved ones that have crossed over, usually, all right? And you'll be put into a system where you are essentially caught in a reincarnational cycle, a loop. Or you can turn around, put the tunnel of light behind you, and what you will see is the entire universe. If you choose to go to the universe instead of the tunnel of light. Whatever dimension you came from when you came down here to Earth. Okay, we'll keep it all present time and place. Earth, whether it was 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th density, whatever it was. If you choose the universe and you say to yourself, I wish to go home, you will return to that dimension from which you came. So if it's 5, 6, 7, or 8, you will leave here and you will go back to that dimension, where I am told you'll be reunited with your soulmate. Because we were multidimensional, we're in many places at once. I've never shared this information.
Says, I heard that when we die, we should not go to the light as it is a trick to recapture our souls, rebirth on Earth. Is that true?
Yeah, that's what I was told. Visayas was very specific. He said, you, of course, can choose to do whatever you want, but none of you ever turn around and look what's behind you. And when I asked, well, what is behind me? He said, freedom. Freedom of Earth, freedom of the reincarnational cycle.
We don't.
Man, that would be so cool if it's true. But I would choose the universe. I'm not coming back.
Have movies, music, sports. There's no actors, no celebrities, nothing like that. The only form of entertainment we have is to read books. And if you're caught reading a book for any other purpose other than educational purposes, it's against the law. The United States, as you know it today, no longer exists. There's no more government. There's no more countries. Every country is under now what's called a corporation. The whole world is basically under 3 major corporations. We are under what's called the Rothschilds Corp. The merger of these 3 corporations changed it all. A company named Gavi, which is a Bill Gates corporation. Amazon, which you have today, which they merge and become Gavazon. And then you've got the Rothschilds Group. Those are your 3 major corporations. So what used to be the bigger nations like the United States, Russia, China, they all fall under one corporation, the Rothschilds Corp. We don't celebrate many holidays anymore. We have one known as the Day of the United, which was the merger of the 3 corporations. We have another which is called the Day of the Caring Ones, which is the first day the robot was online.
Yo, if you don't know, man, that's a continuation from my last video. That dude be spitting some things that make you think he's telling the truth. It sounds like that's how it would be.
When a visitor seems to appear out of thin air, a resident's reliable Ring doorbell was sure to alert her. But by the time she answers the door, the mysterious guest has already made his way inside and taken her seat, and helped himself to her drink. He disappears just as quickly as he appears, leaving the woman and the rest of us confused.
That was crazy.
Fuck! My fucking goodness! Oh, fuck! Ah! Oh,
He was losing it. He lost his mind on that one.
I can't even make this stuff up anymore. They captured a baby Laviton in the Bermuda Triangle, and this thing was one of their, like, spectacles, and the government's not showing us this because it ate the cruise ship.
That does not look like it comes from Earth.
Officer has been talking to a woman who's been deceased for 2 years.
It's not until he says the person's name for when things get creepy. Take a look.
Dispatch to 329. Yes, sir. Who are you talking to? Did you say Miss Abigail?
There's no one there that we can see.
Are you sure you're saying Miss Abigail? Like, she's been passed on for 2 years now. Miss Abigail is, she died 2 years ago. No, there's nobody in front of you at all.
I don't know if that's real, but it's strange.
So the drones are coming from the inside of the ocean.
After seeing 50 of them come off the ocean.
Advised after we made contact with that officer that there were 50 that came off the ocean.
50?
50. That was my reaction also. There were 50 that were coming off the ocean.
And this is a sworn officer?
A sworn officer, yes. We contacted state police, we contacted the FBI, we contacted the Coast Guard, at which point the Coast Guard went out with their boat and they reported seeing 13 following their boat. And then the Coast Guard also advised that they went over them about 300 feet and had a wingspan of about 8 feet.
Can I see one right here? Did I see the same thing that officer saw? I'm still not sure. What I can show you is this video. What I can tell you is I've never seen anything like it before. Wow. In more than a month since these reports started, the federal government doesn't know what they are either. What's your message to the White House?
My message, come to the Jersey Shore. I know it's wintertime, but come see what we see, and then, you know, maybe have a better appreciation for why our residents are concerned.
Seen nothing like that. Not in my lifetime. Wow, like that.
The fucking mothership! And it ain't from Iran by the fucking looks of it. We're fucked. We're under attack. Look at the size of that fucking UFO. It's just sitting out there. That thing's fucking enormous.
We got drones, we got orbs, and the government says we don't know what it is.
So I've seen some people doing a video on TikTok where they ask Alexa if there was a cube-shaped object or aliens heading towards Earth that was spotted by the James Webb Telescope. So I decided to ask Alexa, and the answer that I got from her was not what I was expecting. Here it is. Alexa, where is the cube-shaped object spotted by the James Webb Telescope?
According to the website nasa.gov, 2 cube-shaped objects have now been spotted, with one of them expected to reach Earth's orbit within 3 weeks.
What? Is that real? Like, from the NASA website? 2! And they're coming in 3 weeks!
Yo, and that lines up with another date. But I don't believe nothing NASA said.
Hey, did y'all know that coincidentally, the moon is 1/400th the size of the sun, but also 1/400th the distance from Earth, resulting in the moon and the sun being the same size in the sky. A coincidence not shared by any other known planet-moon combination. Surface of the asteroid Ryugu, taken by the Japanese spacecraft Hayabusa 2. That pitch black background is so scary. Everyone's favorite picture, the pale blue dot. I mean, how far away was that? Like 400 trillion miles away or something? I can't remember, allegedly. The old Mars rover core drilling to take samples and whatnot. Some more Mars photos right here with the rover riding around. Looks like it was going mud bogging, climbing the cliffs and whatnot. You were looking at an image from when the universe was still a baby, when it was only 2 billion years old, 12 billion years ago. James Webb Space Telescope has managed to capture the first galaxies of the universe. Another comet surface of comet 67P taken by the Rosetta space probe. This photo terrifies me.
Of course, when they appeared there in front of me, it was the most shock I've ever had in my life.
What did you see?
Well, they were shorter than me. I'd say about 5'2" or 3", and they didn't have a neck. The head, it seemed to come directly to their shoulders, and it had something that came out to a point about where a nose would be, and on each side the ears. And I believe that they looked like they were a little longer on the ears than the nose, but still pointed the.
People coming from space, you know.
Yes.
And I know you're interested.
Oh,
in that
very
too.
interested in that. How much did they tell you about that?
A lot.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd they tell you? How much can you tell?
So
how's that work? Is it like super top secret?
I can tell, you know.
Tell me.
Well, based on Hunter Biden, I can say whatever the hell I want, right? But no. But I interviewed a few people. It's never been my thing, I have to be honest. I have never been a believer. I have people that Area 51 or whatever it is. I think it's the #1 tourist attraction in the whole country or something. Area 51 in Las Vegas. Do you know that, right?
Sure, I know what it is.
So anyway, but it's a big tourist thing. So I interviewed jet pilots that say they saw something. If you saw them, you'd love to have them.
I've had a couple in here. Commander David Fravor, I had him in, who had that sighting in 2004. Very compelling with video evidence, radar evidence. Ryan Graves.
I don't believe his name, but I interviewed jet pilots that were solid people. Perfect. I mean, great pilots, great everything. And they said, we saw things, sir, that were very strange. Like a round ball, but it wasn't a comet or a meteor. It was something. And it was going 4 times faster than an F-22, which is a very fast plane, you know. And it was round, which is in theory a great shape.
So when you were talking to these people, was this something that you were compelled to have conversations about? Was this your personal interest?
A little bit. It's not a great interest for me, but it's a little interest. I get that question as much as almost any question. Do you think that we have aliens coming, you know, flying around or whatever?
What do you think?
There's no reason not to. I mean, there's no reason not to think that Mars and all these planets don't have life, you know, because
Mars, we've had probes there and rovers, and I don't think there's any life there.
Well, maybe it's life that we don't know, but
maybe there was life there at one point in time. This is the speculation about Mars, that Mars had an atmosphere at one point in time, a long time ago, that could support life. It also had large bodies of water, but we've had no evidence of even bacterial life that exists on Mars. But the universe is pretty vast. It's not been a big thing
for me.
Y'all think they tell Trump everything? I don't know. He don't know about aliens. He got bigger things to worry about, man. For real.
His reporting is accurate, particularly in exposing the Immaculate Constellation. It's a UAP reconnaissance program. I can affirm this 100%. It is an unacknowledged, I mean, up until, hours ago, it was and is an unacknowledged special access program, even higher than a special access program. Its purpose was to detect, quarantine, and transfer UAP, dealing with incursions, meaning air, land, sea, all domain, with what we call ubiquitous technological surveillance. It's a very impressive program. And up until this day, if I had said those words on the phone, if I had typed those words, if anybody had, there was mandatory surveillance for it. So I'm really happy.
Man, they're preparing us for something with these aliens. They keep telling us about these aliens. Just be ready. Yeah, cloud is shaped like a UFO.
One of them was running in slow motion up across the ship, and the other one was standing beside the ship. I couldn't see the eyes or the nose or the mouth. It was just blank, like a piece of paper. Where the spaceship had landed, all the insects and ants and stuff like that were all dead, and there was a huge black mark there. The aliens came to warn us something's going to happen, that something bad is going to happen to the Earth.
I think they came here to try and warn us that the children, because we're young, we've got a long time till we die.
Yo, that's crazy, man. You think them kids is lying? I don't believe them kids is lying like that, man. I believe them kids been through something. They seen something. Man, what y'all think, man? Let me know. Leave me a comment or something, man. Let me know. Well, that's all I got for y'all today. I appreciate y'all hanging out, man. Check back later in the week. We got some new videos coming for y'all. We're doing some new things. We're going to change it up a little bit. But I appreciate y'all hanging out, and y'all have a great day.